FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com.
News from the Street 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 p.m. news on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by TN Tech, the power to make it work. In the headlines, opposition leader Mrs. Kamna Persad-Bissassa wants inquiry into government's handling of COVID-19. Supermarkets, pharmacy workers get vaccinated. Autopsies on bodies found in Tobago inconclusive, and internationally, U.S. job openings hit record high. And now the news in detail. Opposition leader Mrs. Kamna Persad-Bissassa is calling for a commission of inquiry into government's management of the COVID-19 virus in Trinidad and Tobago. At Monday night's United National Congress Forum, Persad-Bissassa said she's sending a letter to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley today, seeking that he asks the president to appoint a commission for this. She said people are in meltdown, thousands have no food and little government support, and yet the Dr. Keith Rowley-led administration has not given specifics on a plan to get the country working again or on border reopening or an official vaccination plan. In other news, hundreds of frontline workers employed at supermarkets and pharmacies turned up to get their first vaccination as the Supermarket Association of Trinidad and Tobago kicked off its vaccination drive at the Center Point Mall in Chaguanas today. SAT recently established the first private-public partnership in collaboration with the Ministry of Health to vaccinate frontliners in the supermarket sector, which it extended to pharmacy workers. The mass vaccination site was outfitted and operated by the ministry and is supported by SAT staffers. On its first day, just under 400 have already received their first shot of the vaccine. SAT will be conducting the mass vaccination for a limited time. The autopsies performed on the 15 bodies found floating in a boat off of Tobago have returned inconclusive results. Even so, police officials close to the investigation say that they could have died because of dehydration or starvation. 13 of the bodies were found to be male, while the other 2 were too decomposed to determine the sex. Officials say the passengers may have died between 2 weeks to 1 month before they were found. Internationally, the number of job openings in the United States hit a record high of 9.3 million in April, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics said today, as millions coming out of COVID-19 hibernation unleash pent-up demand and businesses ramp up operations to meet it. Job openings increased in several sectors in April, including accommodation and food services, which saw 349,000 additional posts added. The findings collide with the latest monthly job report released last week, which revealed an economy still trying to shake off the damage of coronavirus lockdowns and restrictions. And that was the 4 p.m. news on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube, sponsored by TN Tech, the power to make it work. Recapping the headlines, opposition leader Mrs. Kamna Persad-Bissassa wants inquiry into government's handling of COVID-19. Supermarket pharmacy workers get vaccinated. Autopsies on bodies found in Tobago inconclusive, and internationally, U.S. job openings hit record high. Stay tuned to the Street 919 FM. I am Vanessa Thomas. Aisha Wells, she's up next and she's already in the building. Good afternoon.
News from the Street. News from the Street. 919FM.com.